cooking show, but we don't have any onions, so here we go. Gonna dig up some onions, got a bunch from last year, and it's one of the most important ingredients of biscuits and gravy. Basically, onion, meat, butter, flour, but we'll get back to that. Here we go. All right, come on, baby. Oh, get out of there. There we go, there we go. Booyah! Pap, pap. Our representative from Storm's Toys is nowhere to be heard from, so let's go check it out. Oh, there he is. That's right, it's noon. And here's our representative from Storm's Toys. Storm's Toys. How's it look in the camera? Does it look good? Does it look good?
Yeah.
Does the beard look good? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Are you already filming?
Yeah.
All right, welcome to episode 3 of Dad's Kitchen, or Daddy's Kitchen if you're feeling sexy. All right, episode 3, we're gonna be cooking one of my favorite things in the entire world to eat, and that is biscuits and gravy. There's no food that is sexy or more superior than the BG. BG3, BG, hitting it from three-point land. Oh, knife in, knife in, knife in. That's right. So, biscuits and gravy. She said, what kind of man are you? You know what I said? Biscuits and gravy, girl. That's right, biscuits and gravy. All right, but that's the answer to that question. So, episode 3, biscuits and gravy. And this recipe consists of 3 important things. 1, the sausage. So over here, we've got our sausage, and it's still a little frozen, so soak your meat, okay? Just soak it. Soak your meat if you have to, if it's still frozen. So first ingredient, that's most important, sausage. Second ingredient, gluten. Gluten, 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 okay? That's a really important ingredient with this. And third ingredient, butter. All right, don't have any butter out, so come to the fridge with me, live action, and we're gonna get in. Okay, take a look at that butter. Now that's the butter. Get up in there and on top. That's right. That's okay. Back it out a little. That's the green butter. We're not cooking this morning with the green butter. All right, that's not the butter. That's from the brownies last night. All right, all right. We're gonna need at least 3 sticks, maybe more, because look. Third ingredient, sausage, gluten, butter. Let me tell you a little secret about butter. Butter is not going to kill you. Everything else in the world is going to kill you long before butter. Wolverine, ninjas, I don't know, maybe even your neighbor's tiny dog. But butter isn't going to be it, so stack them up. Heart health, butter. All right. Now that we've got our basic ingredients, rule number 1, right? We don't cook with a recipe in here. So I have 2 cups of flour measured out. We do measure things, but we don't use a recipe. So I know that that's kind of our starting point, right? So we've got the flour in there. And let me see. I'm going to put on the sausage right now. There we go. Sausage. Sausage. Early on, you're going to want to heat your oven up. Okay, so we got bake, and we're gonna go 410. No, back down. Like I said, where does it feel good? It feels good. No, there we go. All right, now this oven has some trouble starting. You can see it's got some dents in the back there, but god damn it. That's how we get it to work. I'm gonna reset this. So back to our rules. Rule number 1. We don't use recipes. We don't follow recipes. We don't need recipes. Who needs a recipe? We don't need no stinking recipe. Second, we don't cook without a toy. Here's our toy. This is it's a reissue of an AT-AT, but that's one of my favorite all-time Star Wars toys. I don't know. What's up? Are you excited about biscuits and gravy? Show enough, Jay. All right, here we go. Let's check it out. We don't want an epic fail, so we're going to get down and dirty with the BG today, the biscuits and gravy. All right. That's sponsored by Storm's Toys. You already saw where he is. He's in bed today. Oh, there he is. The best time to cook biscuits and gravy would be on a Sunday morning. All right? Now, some of you might be like, but Dad, we're at church on a Sunday morning. There's your first mistake right there. All of us heathens, we're making biscuits and gravy. Come to the dark side. We have biscuits. All right, that's what you got to make first is the biscuits. So we've got that in there already. Let's put this right here. And I'm saying, I guess about, looks like 1.5. I don't even know how much I put in there. 1.5 cups of milk. So we've got these are 2 of the white food groups. That would be, this is white flour, unbleached organic though, which is fantastic. And then milk. And then I can't remember if it's baking soda or powder. I'm going to go with the pow, bro. Pow. All right. And about how much? I think it's about 2.5. So 1 teaspoons, 2. Oh, does that look like a half? Okay, there we go. Now, look, rule number 3. God, I can't remember rule number 3 right now. Do you remember rule number 3? Nah, we'll figure it out in a minute. But here's another rule in the kitchen: commit. Would you just commit already? Do we need a salt shaker for this? No. We need just a big old thing of salt. The Himalaya, I don't even know how much it calls for. It calls for a dousing. You can see that's the pink flake. The pink flake. Good. All right. And we've got our butter. But I've already got the butter. It's like a real cooking show. I've already got the organic butter in there. And so we're just going to pour that organic butter. How much organic butter? Just lots. Commit. Commit to the butter. Commit to the gluten. Be one. Remember rule number 3. Rule number 3 is if it's within reach, it's within your recipe. All right. So you get on in here, and you beat this around. That's the milk and the baking soda. Yeah, soda and our butter. And I mean, it looks a little bit like we could do a paper mache thing, but this is too much. So you take some more gluten, put in the gluten. I got some gluten. All right, we can put more gluten in there, and in the back here, a little bit of water with the meat. Ooh, that's right, because we got to get that sizzling. Okay, we keep that sizzling. Yeah. All right. So now we've got this looking a little bit like I want it, but you know what? More milk. This is whole milk. Again, this is a heart-healthy recipe for us here at Dad's Kitchen. Rule number 5 or 4 was if it has cream cheese, it's already good. Now we're in dangerous territory. We're making the first thing in Dad's Kitchen without cream cheese. Have no fear. Because, why? We're stacking. Cheese up brick house. All right. Mighty. Letting it all. Go for the legs. Go. All right, sorry. We've reached the power generator, Commander. You may prepare your landing. All right. So we added a little milk, which means we're going to need a little more. Now, if you add a little more of all these things, right, you're just going to need a little more of all of those things. So we probably need a little more baking soda here. I don't know, like that much. Poof. Oh, some gnarly pow, bro. And we're mixing. All right, Dad's Kitchen. We got plenty of butter in here. These are looking good. These are going to be the best drop biscuits that anybody's ever dropped on that ass before. All right. So I'm committing with the gluten, committing with the butter and the salt. I think this is an excellent mix. Okay. When you're ready. Tell me when you're ready, what you're ready. All right, parchment. What's that, Jay? That is a lifesaver, time saver. Always use parchment. You won't have to clean up as much. All right. Hands sanitized. Ready to go. Cut? No, don't cut. You cut? We're ready. All right. They call them drop biscuits because you find your target. But you... Oh, what's that on my hand? Perfect. Oh, look out. Look out. It's kind of like, oh, I've been slimed. Oh, old school. You just keep dropping them. The higher elevation you drop them, we're going to break this one up into 2. This one needs a little help here. This is good. Oh, I might have wanted a little more of this than I'm getting, but these biscuits are going to be big. Big biscuits. Commit to those big biscuits. Just, here we go. What it looks like, and then find your spot. Stay on target. No, that's right. That's the end of the Death Star and the beginning of happiness with the biscuits. All right. So once you've got all the biscuits here, then then they need a little butter. They're not done yet. We're not done. Commit to the butter. A little dab will do you. That's right. Check it out. That's right. But Jason, oh my God, what are you doing? That's right. That's because I told you. Working on our heart health today. So there they are. Before we put them in the oven, here you see it's here. You got to get creative sometimes if your hands are dirty. Jeez. Come on. There we go. Smack those puppies in there. How long do you cook the biscuits for? I don't know. Check them once in a while. We're good that way. All right? Now we're going to get on to making the gravy. This knife, wash that meat off of this knife. We are very sanitary here in Dad's kitchen, so we had to wash the meat off the knife. That's right, and we're getting ready. Now, we're going to make the gravy. We've already got our meat going back in the stove, but here's what we need. Again, I want to make this as healthy as possible, so I'm going to... Look out! There, that's just a big old chunk of butter. Well, what is that butter going to do? Oh, he's BG for 3, biscuits and gravy for 3. Oh! That's right. That's right. Just add butter to the meat. All right. So now we've got our butter going back there. And up front here we have the onions. Now, some of these have been in the garden for a while, so I had to cut them on down. And we'll cut those little ends off there. Onions, like I said before, one of the other episodes, they are heart healthy because they thin your blood. So they actually make this recipe a lot healthier. Right? So they counteract, I guess I would say, any of the butter or anything else. All right, you don't need to wash your board if you just flip it. All right, so here we go. Dirty chopping board, flip it, clean chopping board, booyah! Now we're going again. And now we're going again. I've been waving this knife around. Is that good for you? All right, take all the onions. How many onions? All the onions. And drop them right in on top of that butter. Come on over here once. Come on over here. That's right. Now see, you got the butter, you got the onions. There's already grease from the gravy, but now the grease from the sausage, but now that's mixing with the actual stick of butter. And I would say it's turning into a form of beauty that we have not yet cast our eyes upon. This is going to be amazing. All right, that's what that looks like. Now, gravy. We start the basics with the gravy. Come on over here. Just a whole bunch of whole milk. Whole milk, whole milk. I don't know how much that is. It's the perfect amount. That's how much it is. And now, do not underestimate the power of the pepper. And I think that maybe this is my Star Wars reference. So we'll have as many Star Wars references as I can. Put that pepper in. That's right. You just keep cranking on that. Just, that's right. You crank that. That's not how you do it. Just grind that pepper. Grind that pepper. Grind that pepper. Grind that pepper. Grind the pepper. All right. So now we've got that. What are we going to do with this lonely other stick of butter? Okay. Well, I don't think that the gravy itself, the base for it, has enough butter or salt. So we put that butter in there. Get up on there. How much Himalaya? Plenty of it. It's like we're climbing the Himalayas right there. This is some of the best. This is seriously good salt. All salt is not created equal. All right. We got that going. We're getting there. All right. I was just thinking, here's maybe another dad's kitchen rule. It doesn't have to work perfectly to make a good meal. Perfect example, my stove. A perfect example of this thing here. Yes, Dad, but aren't you supposed to have 2 whisks? Yes, I don't know where the other one is. And I think it's got a ball bearing that's going. But this will still work for us, even though this thing is loud. But, all right, so the first thing we do, Wait till this is good and hot, which it is. And what we want to do is we want to slowly pour. You're not going to be able to hear me over top of this. I'm going to say it first and do it. You want to slowly pour in the gluten, right? The unbleached organic flour, and mix it while you're doing that. That's so that it doesn't get lumpy, okay? Nobody likes lumps. Oh. Whoa. Oh, what are you doing, man? Bishop, what are you doing, man? Bishop, Bishop. Oh, Thank you. All right. I've got a better rule, and that is, if at first you don't succeed, keep cooking. All right. So I got the pot I wanted, and then I also got my gravy. And there goes the gravy in there. And how about this? I just found this on the back of the stove. More butter. Heart health alert. Boop, boop, boop. Heart health alert. All right, here we go. Whew, okay, I'm going to put a little more butter in there. And I'm going to go for it. Turn that sucker on. We had a major disaster here before, but we're looking good. Oh, that's what we needed. So get in there. Get in there. Now when you do it just a little bit at a time, it's not going to be too lumpy, and you want to make sure that it's not too lumpy. Lumpy. Sorry. This thing is old school and broke ass. All right, there we go. We're going to keep heating that up. Let's check our biscuits. We're going to do a check-in now with the biscuits. This ghetto stove, I think that it finally stopped clicking and started lighting. So, you know, get yourself a good stove. But here we go. Oh, there we go. They're looking pretty good. They're rising. So that's all right. This is the part where we transport all of our amazing meat and butter, and we just gonna put that right in that gravy. I kind of wanted a bigger pan for this, so we're gonna see. This is definitely gonna get to be a little bit of a mess, but you want all that juice, all the butter, all the juice from the animal and everything else. The juice is loose, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We're going to let that big hunk of butter and all that meat and onion, and then we're going to let that simmer for just a little bit. So you got to let that simmer until it's about boiling, and then we'll add, you guessed it, more gluten, more gluten, more gluten. And we're going to add that, and then we'll almost be ready. We are ready to put it all together now. I'm getting super excited here. So first thing, let's pick a biscuit. They all look amazing. So since I'm dad, I picked the biggest one, Law of the Jungle. Now we happen to have a ladle labeled house dressing. I think this is probably something Julie and I took from a buffet someplace, circa 1995 to circa 2000. So we've got a perfect gravy ladle. Let me tell you what, I did miss one thing, and that is when you're cooking, you should always be tasting. For right now, I didn't have 40 spoons to go through and didn't want to make this quarantine kitchen instead of Dad's kitchen. So I did a little bit of taste testing, but you always want to be eating. You always want to be tasting while you're cooking. All right, here we go. Now, the moment of truth. All right, here we go. Get down in there. Oh, yeah. See what's happening? The gravy is moving off of there. This is the hardest part about biscuits and gravy, right? Is that you got to find a gravy mix that's thick, but not too thick. Not just like gross, like mashed potatoes. But it's got to run off that biscuit. Okay, so now we have, it looks amazing. We're going to put some more pepper on that. And then we're going to cut just a little bit of the paper off. And there we go. All right, check it out. All right, we have an amazing plate of biscuits and gravy. One of my favorite, if not my favorite meal. Remember, alert, this is a heart health recipe. It's been brought to you today by Storm's Toys, Dad's Kitchen has, and also Yeet Noise, right? And Yeet Noise, everybody's been sending me messages saying, hey, Zion doing the editing is amazing. Go check out that channel on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and then you can pass it around to your friend. That would really help us right now. Pass around some love and some joy and some heart health. Here we go. All right. Cue the music. Oh my. Oh yeah, this is the shit. All right, everybody out there, continue to be amazing people. I will see you next time on Dad's Kitchen. That's right.